So I'm just going to start up this video by saying that it froze rain basically all day yesterday and all night tonight. So when I went out to turn my car on last night for work, it was a sheet of ice. And when I went for lunch at work, it was a sheet of ice. So it was pretty crazy. Luckily, when I actually left work to come home, it had melted and there was no more ice on my truck. So I'm thankful for that. But getting into the driveway was hell, because my driveway is slanted. So, anyhow, I'm doing a review today of Hercules, because you guys voted in the polls, and that's what won. So thank you to everybody that voted. And I just wanted to say, keep voting for the movies you like, and don't forget, or what movies you'd like to see. I'm going to put, because I actually finally have two movies that seem to be losing most of the time, The Killer Inside Me and Outcast. I'll put those two together for tomorrow, and you guys please go vote for those, and let's roll the intro, and then let's do this review. So I just finished watching Hercules this morning, because you guys went and voted on Instagram, and that was a movie that won. It's a really awesome movie, so this is probably going to be a little bit of a longer review, because I actually have a lot to talk about for this movie. I believe The Legend of Hercules came out around the same time as Hercules did, with Dwayne Johnson in it, but I would say this was probably the better of the two. And I know that there's a big controversy between, like, not a lot of people, or some people don't like Dwayne Johnson's acting, but I've never had a problem with it. He's definitely progressed over the years, and I would say that he comes from an acting background anyway, because he's been doing wrestling since like the 1990s. So he's always been acting, whether you look at it that way or not. Sorry, here, I'm just gonna change the channel on my TV here, because I want to watch an episode of Punisher for you guys, because I'm doing a review of that as well. And don't forget to go vote for the movies of tomorrow, Outcast and The Killer Inside Me, because I finally came up with two losing movies. So I'm putting them head to head to see who wins, and I will leave a link to my Instagram account below, so you guys can go over and vote for that. This movie was action basically from the start to the finish, and it kind of tells how he became Hercules and the son of Zeus and all that, but you guys knew that, and how he's a demigod, but he doesn't actually discover his powers till the very end of the movie. And then in the credits, it kind of has like a cool animation to show how he actually defeated all the creatures that it shows at the beginning, him just fighting them himself, but it was actually him and his team that took them down. Favorite scenes. My two favorite scenes would probably be where they end up getting trapped by the other army, and they have to fight. It's like possessed people, I would say, would be the best way to describe it. And they get trapped anyway by them, and they have to fight their way out. And he hasn't trained the army completely yet by that point. So, and then he finds out that he's been betrayed or he was working for the wrong side, is the story. So he ends up going back and killing the other guy at the end of the movie. And one of his friends dies here, which was his most loyal warrior over here in the corner. I don't know if you can see that well, but that guy ends up dying. And it was actually comical with this guy, because he said that he was able to see how he was going to die in the end of the movie, and every time he gets close, it's always taken away from him somehow, and he doesn't actually end up dying, because that would have been really sad, because he was one of the better characters in the movie, or one of my more favorite characters. I would say that his following, or the warriors that he had picked, definitely they weren't like strong or anything, but they definitely had their skill sets were above and beyond what any other warrior could probably do. Dwayne Johnson, like I said, I've always liked him. It was kind of almost like watching the Scorpion King again, but just a different aspect of it instead of like the Mummy sort of vibe. It was more of a Hercules hero vibe because the Scorpion King wasn't really wouldn't really say he was a good guy or a bad guy, but I mean everybody has questionable morals, so but yeah, I guess Hercules in this one was supposed to be kind of like a mercenary, so he goes from town to town and gets paid for the jobs that he does, even though he does have certain powers, even if his father wasn't Zeus, and that's kind of explained in at the end of the movie. At the very end of the movie, the final battle scene, which was another one of my favorite scenes, where he fights the wolves and ends up killing all three of them because he finally discovers that he has the power to snap out of the chains that he was imprisoned in by the false king. So he does that, fights the wolves, then goes and kills the king, but he actually like topples over one of the huge statues at the top of the platform and then kills a whole bunch of soldiers and the king, and that was pretty cool. And they hold him back by fire while he's saying goodbye to his friend. It was kind of like the one girl in the movie, although she's not on the back cover here, so I can't really say too much, but this was his wife originally, and you find out that she was actually killed by the king that he was once under, or employed by, I should say, I guess, sort of, the city he lived in, and he was employed by that king. Then he kind of moves along because he was accused of killing his own family, which didn't end up happening. He ends up remembering that he was drugged, and then the other king ended up killing him, and then the king the false king that he was working for throughout the movie and training warriors for ends up being aligned with that king, and then he puts two and two together and figures that all out. What else could I say about this movie? I would definitely, this movie I would give a 5 out of 5, and I know I've rated some lower this week because I know I rated Shin Godzilla a little lower just because it was a little goofier. Just wanted to, and I should probably say, just to give a little brief, the extent, I don't really think there was much like different in the extended cut as opposed to the like normal DVD version or just the theatrical cut. But I did see this movie, I think 2 years ago, because it's 2018 now, so I gotta keep remembering that. So I did see this movie 2 years ago on pay-per-view, and I did actually enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to what The Rock is going to do next. Apparently there's some sort of, I don't know if it's real or not because it's just on Facebook, but apparently he's been kicked out of the show Ballers. I'm not sure if that's true. I haven't watched that yet, so I don't want any spoilers there. But yeah, apparently he's been kicked out for using some sort of supplement to make his muscles grow. I don't know. I would say that, yeah, actors probably do what they can to grow in between shows and movies and all that stuff. But I do hope that he continues in the Fast and Furious franchise because I have been enjoying that as well. And I would say that's pretty much it. I'm hopefully going to be doing a video on Friday on my other channel, Insane DIY. I'm going to try to make a giant brookie and see how that goes. I just have to go buy the ingredients for it. So I'm going to be doing that with a couple of, with Amanda and a friend of ours, hopefully this weekend. Hopefully. That is the plan. And I will be bringing you guys a review of either or of one of these tomorrow. Just don't forget to go vote. I cannot stress that enough, because voting definitely helps, even if it's 50-50, and then I just do a review of both. But I will be bringing you guys a vlog for Thursday morning, because I'm going to do a review for tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to be doing a review for Thursday and Friday, and then I'm going to bring you a review of 47 Ronin on Saturday. And hopefully I can bring the video to my other channel, Insane DIY, on Friday as well. If it's not uploaded on Friday, it'll definitely be done on, or I'm hoping it'll be done on Saturday. I'm not going to say definitely because I don't know what my plans are for this entire weekend. But I'm also going to do a little bit of cleanup in that corner that I've showed in my vlog and get my gaming system set up so I can bring you guys gaming content, because I'm going to go out my next pay week and buy Call of Duty World War II, because I really want to get back into Call of Duty and gaming and Twitch streaming. So I'll do that for you guys, and I've probably ran over the time. I'm like rambling on here at the end, but I just want to let you guys know everything that's going on, because I haven't been doing as many vlogs throughout the week because it's still cold. It's been raining, and freezing rain, and then there was a thunderstorm this morning while I was watching Hercules to bring the review before I brought the review to you guys. So it's been weird weather lately. And I will end off this video just like this, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with a review of either Outcast or The Killer Inside Me. Thank you. Bye-bye.